Hello students, good morning to all. So myself Devaraja Shubha, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Pondicherry College of Engineering. In this semester I am going to handle you the paper Construction Materials and the subject code is CE8391. So what in the subject name itself you can able to understand what you are going to study in this paper. So construction materials. So in this paper you are going to study about the materials used for the construction. What are the materials used for the construction? You all know that is stones, bricks, concrete blocks, cement, lime, steel, etc. So about these materials only, about the properties of the materials only we are going to study in this paper. So in unit 1 you are going to study about stones, bricks and concrete blocks. So first topic is stone as a building material. Stone as a building material. So what is meant by stone? The stone is a hard, non-metallic mineral. It's not a metallic material. It is a non-metallic mineral. This stone is a hard, non-metallic mineral, and this stone is derived from rocks, which forms the surface of the earth crust. So its stone is derived from rocks. These stones are used in olden days itself because of its abundant usage or abundant availability. This stone is used from the olden days itself. So this stone should possess enough strength and enough durability. So what is durability means? The total lifespan of the building materials. It also used for the construction of, this stone is used for the construction of dams, bridges, railway tunnels and roads, railway tracks, etc. And our residential buildings, residential means our home, public buildings, etc. For the construction purpose this stone is used. So next we are going to study about from where we get these stones. What are the sources of these stones? Already I have told you the stone is derived from rocks. So what are the sources of this stone? Sources of stone. So what are the sources of stone? So first one is the source of stones are divided into two types. That is, first one is monomineralic rock, and the second one is polymineralic rock. So first of all you are going to study about what is monomineralic rock. So if the rock contains only one mineral, that is said to be, that is mono means only one. If the rock contains only one mineral, that is said to be monomineralic rock. If the rock contains two or more minerals, that is said to be polymineralic rock. Then what is the example of this monomineralic rock? So example of this monomineralic rock is anorthosite, which comes under the group of igneous rock. And the second example of this monomineralic rock is marble. So this comes under the group metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rock. Then this andesite, already I told you, this monomineralic rock has only one mineral. So in this andesite has the mineral name plagioclase feldspar. Plagioclase feldspar. And this marble contains the mineral calcite. So this monomineralic has only one mineral. So in this marble it has calcite, and this andesite it has plagioclase feldspar. So this polymineralic rock, I have already told you, it has 2 or more minerals. So example of this polymineralic rock is granite. Polymineralic rock is granite. So it contains quartz, feldspar, mica. It contains quartz, 3 components: quartz, feldspar and mica. So these are the sources of stone. So next we are going to so what is mean by this igneous rock and metamorphic rock? What is meant by igneous rock and what is meant by metamorphic rock? So for knowing about the details about this igneous rock and metamorphic rock, we want to know about the classification of rocks. So now we are going to study about the classifications of rock. Classification of rock. The rocks are classified into 3 types, broadly classified into 3 types. That is, first one is geological classification, and the second one is physical classification, and the third one is chemical classification. Chemical classification. So geologically the rock is divided into 3 types. That is igneous rock, sedimentary rock, and the metamorphic rock. So this physical classification, rock is divided into 2 types. That is stratified rocks and unstratified rocks. So in chemical classification, it is divided into 3 types. That is argillaceous rock, siliceous rock, and calcareous rock. So these are the broad classification of rocks. So what is meant by this igneous rock, what is meant by sedimentary rock, and what is meant by metamorphic? This we will study one by one. So first classification. What is the first classification? Igneous rock. So what is igneous rock? So these igneous rocks are formed during the volcanic eruption. During the volcanic eruption, what is formed is lava is formed. Lava means ash or this magma. Lava is formed. Due to volcanic eruption, what have formed is lava or magma is formed. So this lava come outside. Some of the magma or some of the lava comes out of the earth surface and get cooled quickly. And some of the rest of the magma is inside the earth surface and get cooled slowly. So this cooled quickly, some of the magma. The example of this lava, which all get cooled quickly is trap or basalt. This is granite. So some of the lava get cooled quickly and come outside. That is known as trapper basalt. So some of the lava get cooled inside the earth's crust in a slow manner. That is the example of that is granite. So this is about igneous rock. Magma. Due to the cooling, what forms? Igneous rock is formed. Due to the cooling, igneous rock is formed. So next is sedimentary rocks. In geological classification, next type of rock is sedimentary rock. So in sedimentary rock, what happens is due to the disintegration of rocks. So disintegration of rock means breaking of rocks. So this due to the disintegration of rocks, what happens is sedimentary rocks are formed. So disintegration happens due to the weathering process, transportation and deposition. So due to this weathering process, transportation and deposition process, what rocks are formed? Sedimentary rocks are formed. So what is weathering process means? Weathering is done by the physical agents or chemical agents such as by air, water, that is by rain or any other physical agents. If the weathering happens, that is breaking happens, that is known as physical weathering. If the stone breaks by means of chemicals, that is known as chemical weathering. So with the igneous rock is undergo some process, that is weathering process, transportation process and deposition process, and its sediments, that is transported or heaved, that is it is heaved in one position, that is known as deposited in one position, is known as sedimentary rocks. That rocks are said to be sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks. So what is the example of this sedimentary rock means? Limestone and sandstone. This is the example of the sedimentary rocks. Then in geological classification, what is the next classification of rocks? Metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks. So what is meant by metamorphic rocks? So due to high pressure, these sedimentary rocks are transferred into a rock named metamorphic rocks. The process of this transformation is known as metamorphism. So again, this metamorphic rocks, due to melting, it forms magma. Due to melting, they form magma. This is a cyclic process. So due to high pressure, what happens? It made it transfer into metamorphic rocks. So example, this limestone is converted into marble, and slate is converted to genesis. This is the transformation process is known as metamorphism. This is the example of this metamorphic rocks. So igneous rock, sedimentary rock and metamorphic rocks. So next classification. What is the next classification? Physical classification. In this physical classification, the rocks are divided into two types. That is stratified and unstratified. So unstratified rocks. So in stratified rocks, the rocks are divided into thin layers. But in unstratified rocks, there is not divided into thin layers. This is about stratified rocks and unstratified rocks. So the example of these stratified rocks is limestone, slate and sandstone. In shortly we can keep in mind as LSS. Limestone, slate, sandstone. So then example of this unstratified rock is GTM. Simply we can remind as GTM, that is Genesis, Trap, and Marble. So this is about stratified rocks and unstratified rocks. Next is what's the next classification? Chemical classification. So in chemical classification, it is divided into three types. That is, first one is, what is the first one? Siliceous rock. And the second one is argillaceous rock. And the third one is calcareous rock. So in siliceous rock, the name itself we can understand about the main constituent of this chemical rock is, main constituent of this siliceous rock is silica. SiLiCa, silica. Then this for calcareous rock, calcium and lime. And for this is clay or alumina. This one only different, that is clay or alumina. So then example of this siliceous rock is, example, sandstone, quartzite, etc. Then example for this argillaceous rock is slate, laterite and kaolin. Then example for this calcareous rock is limestone and marble. Next topic is common minerals or common rock forming minerals. So 6 common rock forming minerals are there. The first one is silica, second one is feldspar, third one is hornblende, the fourth one is mica, and the fifth one is calcite, and the sixth one is dolomite. So these are the common rock forming minerals: silica, feldspar, hornblende, mica, calcite, dolomite. So in simple form we can write it as SFMHCd. That is silica, feldspar, mica, hornblende, calcite, dolomite. These are the common rock forming minerals. So these are about what are the classification of rocks. So first topic what we have studied, stone as a building material. What is the definition of stone? And next we have studied what are the classification of rock. So what is the next topic is criteria for selection of stone. What are the criteria? So there are 7 criteria for the selection of rocks. So first one is availability availability. And the second one is strength and stability. Strength and stability. And the third one is polishing characteristics. Polishing characteristics. And the fourth one is durability. And the fifth one is appearance. And the sixth one is ease of working. And the final one is ergonomy. So these are all about criteria of the selection of stone. While selecting the stone as a building material, you have to consider these criteria. So first one is the availability. So what is meant by availability? So if we get the stone in a, or it will be available in a large quantity or abundant quantity in our places, then we choose the stone as a building material. Otherwise we will use other concrete blocks, whatever material we will use. So strength and stability. What is meant by strength and stability means the stone we select should be of sufficient toughness, sufficiently hard and sufficiently strength. Then polishing characteristics. So the stone we have selected should have the ability to receive the polishing characteristic. Then durability. How much day it will live. That is lifespan of the stone. It should be durable. It should stand for many days. Then appearance. The appearance should be good and perfect. Then with the help of this stone, the stone we select should be with that stone. We should work with this stone very easily. Then ergonomy. It should be profit. So in this class we have studied about what is the definition of stone, and next we have studied about the classification of rocks, and next we have studied about the criteria of selection of stone.